Swiney Bozo.
Yo, it's the future, you know.
Yo, it's some dash.
Hey, man, this is Heat Hustler, man.
Yo, what up? It's TG 9 times 10, the Problem Child. Tune in to GFG TV. Be normal.
You're now tuned in to GFG TV.
As you tuned in to GFG TV, you know what it is, man.
And you're tuning to GFG, you know what I'm saying, TV. Tap in.
You're now tuned in with GFG TV.
West YouTube, it's your boy Big Ray West. You tuned in to GFG TV.
It's D-Man. We tuned in to GFG TV.
Alright, well, welcome to GFG TV. Thank you for sitting down with us. We'll start off with what's your name and where are you from?
Yeah, I'm D-Man. I'm from Des Moines, Iowa. You know what I'm saying? 515. The west side, to be exact. Not West Des Moines. You know what I mean?
Alright. Yeah. What did your mom and dad do for a living?
Shit. My mom was a CNA and shit. You know what I mean? My mom did everything. My dad was not existent. You know. So yeah.
Well, that makes the next question kind of hard because name a specific thing you did learn from your father.
I learned how to be there for my kids because he wasn't there for me, you know what I mean? So I learned, you know, my kids were never going to feel what I felt growing up type shit, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes a motherfucker not being there will teach you exactly, you know, what to do or what not to do or how not to be, you feel me? So that's what I learned from him. Appreciate it too, matter of fact, you know what I'm saying? I might have needed that, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Coming from someone that had a damaging father when he was there and to when he wasn't, you know, I can relate to part of it, but I definitely feel for you, bro. And it's good to, once again, to take the bright side out of something and to grow from it and to do better.
Yeah,
you know,
I try to stay positive, you know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. It's a great outlook. The outlook is the best thing right there out of everything. You know what I mean? Your outlook's awesome.
No doubt, appreciate it.
Yes, sir. So the biggest lesson you learned from your mom?
Biggest lesson I learned from my mother. Damn. Well, I learned a lot of things. We did a lot of struggling coming up, you know. But she did always make sure that we had a hot plate every single night, you know what I mean? No matter what, you know, and we went through our ups and downs and all that and shit. And my mom, that's my heart, you know what I mean? She's all I had, you know, as a kid growing up. But, shit. Yeah, that's, I don't know, man. That's a...
Maybe name one thing that you learned from her then. Just...
I mean, she taught me some negatives and positives, you know? Because my mom was doing drugs real heavy when I was coming up. You know, so she definitely taught me not to fuck with dope. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Shit.
Same for my dad. So on the flip
I mean,
side,
because we've seen these young smokers out here, motherfuckers our age out here smoking crack cocaine type shit. You know what I'm saying? We've seen that. I could have easily fell into that. You know, but yeah, my love for her deterred me for that. Cause that's the one thing that my mom that shit hit me hard when I found out my mom smoked dope, you know. Yeah. So I knew I was never gonna do that type of shit, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's tough, man. And
my sister, one time the T-Lot, you know what I'm saying? My sister, you know, she was always on point, you know, kept a motherfucker with his head on his shoulders, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yep.
So, share a funny moment from you and your sister growing up.
From me and my sister?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. I tell you what's funny. Man, my sister used to put hands on me. Like in a major way, though. You know what I mean? I'm telling y'all, nigga.
Everybody around her, dog.
Nigga, my sister, man, she used to have the most crucial windmill in the world. That shit was undefeatable. You know what I mean? She used to just break me down. Like, doom, doom, doom. I'll be breaking down. Bam, 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 bam. Bam, 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 bam. You know what I'm saying? I used to have to grab onto her legs and shit like that. And she be beating my back like a goddamn bass drum. Boom, boom, boom. I'm like, all right. You know what I'm saying? Straight up. Oh. Damn, hold on. What was the question? I forgot the question. Damn. I thought about that shit. What was the question again?
Sharing a funny moment.
Oh, yeah, that shit's funny now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I got her motherfucking ass one time, though. And when I got her that one time, she knew I was ready. And she didn't fuck with me after that again, you know what I'm saying? And it was all love. But yeah, that's funny. Oh, I'll tell you some funny shit too, though. We used to live in them Grand Stratford apartments off of, by Grand, off of, Pleasant and Grand and shit, 35th and Grand and shit. And we used to stay on top and shit. We used to be on the balcony and shit, egging cars and shit. We had a house all dark, had the curtain moved to the side and shit. You see cars coming and shit. We like, Flo used to be over there, Big Flo used to be over there too. Shout out my nigga Big Flo. You know, nigga, we used to be tagging cars with eggs and shit. I mean, I got hella memories from a lot of people from back then.
That's good shit, bro. Alright, what schools did you attend? Like elementary on up?
Oh, shit. Let me count the ways. Man, we did a whole lot of moving when I was growing up, you know. So I didn't really have a lot of friends growing up because of that reason. Excuse me. I didn't have a lot of friends growing up because we was always bouncing from school to school. Like, for kindergarten we'll be here, first grade we'll be there. But I went to King Elementary, you know what I'm saying? From kindergarten, preschool, kindergarten. No, preschool was Tiny Tot. I went to Tiny Tot. That's back when Tiny Tot was where the basketball hoops are at Forest Park and shit. There used to be a Tiny Tot right there. And I used to go there, and then I went to King from kindergarten to first grade, I believe. And then we moved to Burlington, Iowa just for my second grade year. And then we moved back for third grade. Third grade, I went back to King. Fourth grade, I started going to Monroe Elementary. And from Monroe, halfway through that school year, we moved, and then I started going to Greenwood Elementary and shit. So, yeah.
Okay. What about the middle school and high school?
Oh, middle school, shit, Callahan Roosevelt, baby.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The Pine D.
Yeah.
Ponderosa. Yes, sir.
So, we talked about your sister, but do you have any other siblings?
Nah, I just got an older sister and shit.
Just an older sister?
Mm-hmm.
Who were some of your friends growing up?
Shit, my Ace Boone, my main man. My main Dammy, Big Flo, you know what I'm saying? Big Flo and my homie Tino, you know what I'm saying? Us three, man, shit, we was the younger cats out of all the big homies. And then we got Twiz, Louie Lou, rest in peace, J-Rock, rest in peace, you know what I mean? Older homies, man, we had a few fellas and shit, Miko, yeah.
I don't know if you mentioned it or not, but did you live in Fort Dodge?
For a quick little minute, yeah.
What was it like living there?
It was horrible.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was horrible. It was
You
like
live on
it was the worst times of my
flats,
life. Nah, I ain't live in the flats, man, but I stayed down there. I might as well had,
Yeah.
you know, 'cause that's where all the hustling was going on and shit. Back then, I was hustling and snatching purses and shit. You know what I'm saying? Shit, there's times I spent all-nighters down there.
Yeah.
Like whenever my first baby mom, you know, felt like, you gotta leave, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, for real? Like, shit, don't even trip. Man, I'll be posted up all night in an abandoned car down there, hustling, selling work and shit. You know what I'm saying? Pulling all-nighters. It seemed like, doesn't always seem like once a motherfucker leave a motherfucker, like you just start blowing up like a motherfucker, like, bam. That's how it was. I was blowing up, but she always come back. Oh, so you just gonna stay gone like that? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Here I go, going right back. And there goes the bread. You know what I'm saying? The expenditures.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But yeah.
That's the ebb and flow. The
But it's all good. Hey, we live and we learn.
Yes, sir.
We living our life. You feel me?
Did you play any sports in school?
basketball, football, baseball.
Yeah.
And baseball was my shit. You know what I'm saying?
Alright.
I was dope at baseball and football. I was okay at basketball. I didn't really understand the game like that.
Mm-hmm.
All I knew was, we get together and shit and play 21, a little pickup games and all that stuff and shit. But when it came to baseball and football though, I was on point. You know what I mean?
You said you played at Roosevelt.
Yep.
What about some of your teammates?
Shit, what about them? I mean,
who were some of your teammates?
Oh shit. Motherfucking Tommy Carter. My relative Ali, our tailback. The swiftest motherfucker on 2 feet. You know what I'm saying? Hey, he was a tailback. Hey, he'll get that. I throw him a pitch and he'll just be gone. Be out of there for real.
Yeah. What's his name?
My relative Ali. His name is Ali. Ali Stewart. You know what I'm saying? Ali Stewart. And him and Tommy Carter was our fullback. You know what I mean? And my wide receivers was Calvin Ragland, Mike Parsons, and motherfucking Ricky Jackson, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Ricky Jackson, he could have been something. You know what I mean? He was a motherfucking, he was a phenomenon back then. You know what I mean? He was the only nigga, the first nigga to play varsity for Roosevelt on the basketball squad type shit. You know, but he was one of my receivers and shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Oh, so you're a quarterback?
Yeah.
That's dope.
Yeah, I was a quarterback. Defensive end, motherfucker. Cause them smaller schools like Des Moines and Hoover and shit, we don't have a lot of players.
Yeah.
All these bigger schools, they got a whole offense and a whole defense.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But shit, we had to play Iron Man. A lot of us had to play Iron Man. So we play on both sides of the ball. I was a starting kicker too, matter of fact. You know what I'm saying?
What number was you?
Number 6. I was number 6 because number 5 was taken. I would have preferred to have 5.
6 is a good number though.
But hey, I love the 6 too. A lot of my people, you know what I mean. But I was the starting kicker too though, because I kicked so bad that it was good. You know what I mean? Like I would kick line drives and then the ball would hit and be like, doop, 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 doop. You know. So we had time to get out there and try to get on that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Yep. Yeah.
That's dope.
Yeah.
What about a funny memory from playing football for Roosevelt?
A funny memory. I don't know about a funny memory, but I remember one time we was playing North, man, and I kicked the ball off, and some cat, I don't know his name to this day, but he was on a return team, and I'm the last line of defense, and he had dipped past everybody, and me and him, he coming down the sideline, and I was like, all right, and we just met in the middle like, bam, and shit, we hit, and everything went black. You know what I mean? I was like, you know what I'm saying, and he was like, you know what I mean? It was wild. I couldn't see for a minute. I had to go out and they had to have a motherfucker, the backup quarterback come in for one series and shit until I can get my vision back. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know nothing I don't know if that was funny or not, but that definitely happened.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah. How did you meet Flo and Twiz?
Flo and Twiz. Well, I told you I used to go bounce back and forth from school to school and shit. So when I was at Monroe, I was like 9, about to be 10 and shit. And we used to live in the apartments. I don't know if y'all remember the old Tommies down there on Hickman and shit. We used to live in them apartments that all the essays live in. And back then, them motherfuckers had roaches all over the place, nigga. All in the cereal, cabinets, you know what I'm saying? Everything, you know what I mean? That was a roach motel. That's what motherfuckers call it, the roach motel and shit. But, so, I never really, even though we moved through school to school, excuse me, I never really been a shy kid. And plus, I was just bored out of my mind. All I had was my sister and shit. And I happened to look up the street, and there's some kids hooping and shit. Cause one of the fellas named Brian Foster, shout out Brian Foster. He was the only motherfucker that had a basketball hoop and shit. He was like well off compared to all the rest of us. Motherfucker had Nintendo, all the games, all that shit. Just a spoiled little motherfucker.
Yeah.
But I look up the street and shit, and Flo and them was up there hooping. They hooping in their baseball shit, cause they play baseball and shit too. You know what I mean? So I was like, fuck it, man. I'm gonna just walk up here and see what's up. So I get up there and shit, introduce myself, like, what's up? Y'all playing ball? You know what I'm saying? Like, obviously they playing ball, but you know, I'm introducing myself. And they was like, yeah. I'm like, what's up? Can I play? They was like, yeah. So we started playing this shit, you know what I mean? And I was hooping this shit, you know what I'm saying? And I thought I was doing pretty good. But Twiz was like a couple years older than us, you know what I mean? So he was always on some, he got on some bully shit. He tried to get on some bully shit with me, but I came up rough too, you know what I mean? And shit, long story short, I had the ball and I ended up throwing the ball at Twiz hard as hell, you know what I'm saying? I tried to bomb him with that, I was like, you know what I'm saying? But this motherfucker ducked and I missed, and I was like, and Twiz, that nigga chased me home. I got to the top of the stairs and shit and shut the door real quick and held that motherfucker. And there were some stairs right here, and we lived right in the apartment right there, you know what I mean? So I held the stairs, I was like, 1, 2, 3, and I jumped down the stairs and right to the apartment. And I locked the motherfucker, locks and shit, you know what I'm saying? And I was safe. But then, but the very next day, they was up there again, and I was like, fuck it, you know what I'm saying? Whatever happens, happens, you know what I mean? And I went up there and shit, and it was all good, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, he ain't act funny or nothing, you know what I mean? I ended up going to their crib and shit, and the rest is history, you know what I'm saying? They've been my people since, shit, motherfucking shit, 99 or some shit, you know what I mean?
That's real.
Hell yeah.
That was hilarious, by the way. Talk about your aunt, Georgeann and Uncle Bill.
My Aunt Georgeann and Uncle Bill. Shit. I love them people, man. They hold a special part in my heart, you know what I'm saying? Cause when my mom was on drugs real bad and shit, she had to go to a rehab, and I forget where they were I forget where my mom was gonna have me go. I think to my Aunt Hazel or whatever. But my Aunt Georgeann came over and she was like, go ask your Uncle Bill if you can stay with us. And my Uncle Bill, he was chilling in his van and shit. And I went over there. I was like, what's up, Uncle Bill? I'm 12 years old and shit, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, what's up, Uncle Bill? Nothing much, Holmes. What's up with you? You know what I'm saying? I was like, nothing. You know, I was like, hey, Aunt Georgeann asked me if it was okay if I come stay with y'all. You know what I'm saying? And he was like, yeah, but we got some rules over here. I'm like, all right, you know what I'm saying? Because I didn't want to go nowhere else, you know what I'm saying? And I know I've been knowing my Aunt Georgeann and Uncle Bill all my life, you know what I mean? And so, shit, they took me in, you know what I mean? And I'll never forget that, you know what I'm saying? And I always respect it, you know what I mean? And I stayed with them from 12 to 16 for 4 years, you know what I'm saying?
That's love right there.
Yeah, it is.
Let's go. What about your relationship with Barbara Robinson, your grandma?
That's Graham Dukes, man. My grandma, man, I love my grandma, man. She, first of all, she was a beautiful lady, you know what I mean? Light skin and that long, pretty hair, you know what I mean? And, yeah. I didn't do a lot of I didn't do no crying when I was locked up and shit, but that's the one death that had me broke down, you know. I need a little time to myself over that one, you know what I mean? Yeah. Cause yeah, she's special.
Did you live with your grandmother?
Huh?
Did you live with your grandmother at any point, or?
I don't ever remember living with grandma. I don't think we ever lived with my grandma. I know when I lived with my aunt and my uncle and Ray and them, my relatives and them, we stayed downstairs and my grandma stayed right upstairs. It was like a duplex, you know what I'm saying? It was a 2-level duplex, but there were stairs right here that you can get right up. So we usually kept the doors open because we just go back and forth, you know what I mean? Yeah. To grandma's, you know what I'm saying? And grandma, yeah. Grandma used to be on some bullshit too sometimes though. So we got a relative named AJ, and she used to always baby AJ, and sometimes AJ would be on some bullshit, and then we go chasing him upstairs. She always want to baby him, cause he used to go running to her. You know what I mean? But I was the big cousin. You know, it's all good. Yeah. Hold on, I remember we be playing baseball across the street. Damn, I forget the
Seth Ikowitz.
yeah, like across the street they had like a little mini field over there that we made a baseball diamond out of and shit. You know what I'm saying? We be over there playing baseball with tennis balls and shit. Excuse me, and I'll be over there smacking them bitches. Pow! You know what I'm saying? My grandma would be in the window like, get hit the mark up. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, Grandma. I'm like, that's for you, Grandma. You know what I'm saying? While I'm running, jogging the bases and shit. You know what I'm saying? Straight up. Grandma used to be in that window, nigga. You know what I mean?
That's dope.
Straight up.
I love the way you recant through things, and like your memory on stuff is super visual.
Yeah.
Like you got like a really, I don't know if you even realize it, but your memory's strong, man. You got like a very visual, like it's all there. Like it ain't gone nowhere, man. You got all these memories right there.
Yeah. A lot of it is the things that that made me feel good, you know what I'm saying? Or that I really respected. You feel me?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yep. Yep.
West YouTube, this your boy Big Ray West. You tuned in to GFG TV.